upset.
He just said, no, I'm not going to do it.
And you don't want to end up in court.
It's been a lot of trouble for us, all the effort we've had to put in.
What are some of the most common problems facing you, the consumer? From credit cards to car repair, you need to know what your rights are. Turn to 2 investigates your right to know. Watch this special report beginning Monday at 5:30 on TV2 News.
30 minutes. Did a Dayton gynecologist secretly perform surgery on his patients? We'll hear from some of them. The murder trial of a man accused of brutally killing his father and brother gets underway. You can find out how to make small claims court work for you in our special report tonight, Your Right to Know. And find out where your favorite team ranks on the Operation Football Poll. That's all coming up on TV2 News tonight at 5:30.
Diane's old...
All the candidates are on the campaign trail. We'll follow them. We'll visit a one-of-a-kind farm where some rare yet familiar friends are being saved.
Yearlings. And Terry Caldwell's special report, Your Rights, will look at how small claims courts can help settle a dispute. We'll have these stories and more, plus a look at the forecast and sports.
TV2 News at 5:30.
Okay.
You're right. More ahead here on TV2 News at 5:30. We're going to look at your right to take a dispute to court as we continue our special series.
Pile of big legal bills. Small claims court may be for you.
Now, you do have a right to sue, and you can do it on your own. All this week, we're looking at your rights in a special Turn to 2 series of reports.
And Terry Caldwell is here with more on your rights in small claims courts.
Marcia, Jack, you're going to see this is a lot like the People's Court in many ways. In some ways, it's not. Small claims court is not a cure-all, but if you stick with it, you may be able to win your case and collect damages. Now, a young Dayton couple is going through that process right now. They're trying to collect from a local furniture store.
Furniture we have right now was given to us. So this was our first real furniture that we were going to own ourselves. And, you know, we ordered it back in April. And we've had nothing but problems and trouble over and over.
Tom and Anita Pierce have been married a year. One of their first major purchases was to be new furniture from Right Price Furniture in Dayton. They visited the store in April and ended up spending $600. Right Price took their money, but has never delivered the furniture. So in September, the Pierces took the company to small claims court. They won their case hands down. Right Price was ordered to return their $600 and pay court costs. But so far, they have not collected.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing but heartache and trouble.
And we're out $600.
It's been a lot of trouble for us, all the effort we've had to put in to get nowhere.
And that's one of the biggest complaints about small claims court. Referee Dennis Greeny agrees that collecting can be a problem. But he says small claims winners can improve their odds by carefully following collection steps the court gives them.
Certainly, if you make those efforts, your chances of success are far greater than if you just sit on the judgment.
The Pierces aren't going to sit on the judgment, but they're not sitting on new furniture yet either. Right Price apparently hopes they'll forget about it, but they're going through with the help of the small claims clerk's office.
We have instruction sheets on what to do.
Do those work? Those steps work?
Yes. Yeah. It's confusing at first because it's kind of mind-boggling. They'll think, oh, but then if they really just look at it, and it's very simple.
Even with the problems, small claims court can work.
I think it is a good, meaningful opportunity for someone who has a claim against another, perceived or real as the case may be, and that's to be determined by the facts of a case, to set forth their claim and have somebody hear it and not incur the unneeded expense of a private attorney or whatever. Yeah, so I think it's really served its purpose.
Now, a few years ago, Turn to 2 did a detailed study on small claims court. We found that winners actually collected their damages less than 50% of the time. But many of those who don't collect gave up after winning their judgment. The lesson is obvious. Don't give up. Tomorrow night, we're going to look at another important right you have and may not use. It deals with credit cards, and it can save you money. We'll show you why tomorrow night.
But Terry, it appears the odds aren't very good if you're collecting. So what good is the court then if you don't collect?
It's good, I guess I would say mainly because it puts the other side on the spot. They have to show up. It can make the point there. And I guess the lesson really is, Marcia, you can collect it. Persistence pays off at least most of the time.
Okay.
Don't give up.
Controversial gynecologist Dr. James Burt responds how in just a minute. Hi, Kurt Kramer for Don Kramer Lincoln.
Collecting, that is, until they turn to 2. Terry Caldwell explains.
Last month, we told you how frustrated Tom and Anita Pierce were. In April, they paid $600 to Wright Price Furniture for a new living room set. But Wright Price never delivered it, so the Pierces took the store to small claims court. They easily won their case, but Wright Price still didn't make a refund. So they had...
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing but heartache and trouble.
It was $600.
It's been a lot of trouble for us. All the effort we've had to put in to get nowhere.
They contacted Turn to 2, and we discussed their options with court officials.
We have instruction sheets on what to do.
Do those work? Those steps work?
Yes. Yeah. It's confusing at first because it's kind of mind-boggling. They'll think, oh, but then if they really just look at it, and it's very simple.
The Pierces went back to the clerk's office and paid a bailiff's fee. The court bailiff came here to Wright Price Furniture. He was prepared to either take money out of the cash register or possibly padlock the store. Well, Wright Price finally, and quickly this time, paid up. The Pierces now have new furniture from another store, and their opinion of small claims court has changed.
I'm pleased with the small claims court. Like you said before in the last piece, you mentioned it can work, and it will. You just have to be persistent. You have to follow through. You have to go through all their channels. It may be frustrating and time-consuming, but it will work.
Small claims court officials say you can greatly increase your odds of collecting if you follow through on their suggestions. I'm Terry Caldwell, TV2 News.
And Brian Davis joins us next to let us know if this blustery weather is going
at the stadium for the Indians' final game in the old